All right, seriously, how many of us have done that? We come out in our gardens, we're excited to see something growing, something new, and then you see that. Don't fret, don't freak out. This video, I'm going to explain exactly what that is and why you should not freak out about it. It's just a little dog vomit, y'all. Okay, so the real name of this I'm putting up right here, and let's be real, nobody calls it that because, I mean, seriously, it looks like a dog threw up or someone made some scrambled eggs and dropped them in your garden, right? Okay, so within the first minute of this video, let me make something really clear. It is not hurting your plants, it is not affecting your soil, and it is not a plant disease. All right, so right off the bat, even though it looks crazy, and if you're a beginner gardener and you come outside and you see that, you're probably immediately going to be like what I did at the very beginning. What in the is this? Seriously, what is this? What now? I have to deal with this? We've all been there. It's not that big a deal. Let me explain. Okay, so I had to do a lot of research for this video because even though I know all the basics about it, I wanted to give you all a lot of information on it, so I will be reading. This technically is not a fungus, all right? Even though it's called dog vomit fungus or dog vomit mold or whatever you want to call it. There's a billion names for this stuff. It's not a fungus at all. In fact, it's closer to a giant single-celled organism than a mushroom. Basically, it's a microscopic organism colony that has decided to throw a party in your mulch, in your garden beds, in your garden soil. That's what it is. It's not a bad thing. Okay, so you might be asking yourself, well, why did it show up? Like, why is it in my garden, right? Dog vomit fungus loves basically three things: moisture, shade, and wood mulch. So if your beds have a mixture of those things, you're more than likely going to get a visit from the dog vomit fairy. So like, especially here, if you have heavy rains, humid environment, and a watering system that keeps the environment perfect for these spores to show up and then to thrive. So when you walk outside and say the night before you didn't see anything and the next morning you've got that plopped in your garden, the main reason for it is you have decaying matter, which is what that fungus needs to thrive on. So if you think about it, what do we put in our gardens, right? Compost. It's decaying. If you mulch, you have a layer of mulch out there in your garden. That is decaying matter, which is like a buffet for that fungus, for that organism. Another term or another way of explaining this stuff is called slime mold. It's just another term for it, slime. Now the slime mold isn't eating your plants, but what it is doing is it's eating the bacteria, the microbes, and the decomposing wood that is in your garden. In other words, it's feeding on the stuff that's breaking your mulch down into soil. So technically, it's part of the composting process that's happening in your garden every day, every minute, every second. Everything that is organic, that is breaking down, is what that stuff wants to eat on. It's just that simple. Okay, so does it hurt your plants? Well, the short answer is no. It does not hurt your plants at all. The dog vomit fungus, or the slime mold, or any other name you come up with, here's what it doesn't do, all right? It doesn't attack your roots. It doesn't infect your stems. It doesn't spread into your vegetables. It doesn't harm peppers, tomatoes, flowers, anything out here. Doesn't do any of that. What it can do, though, is smother tiny seedlings as they're growing, as they're doing their thing and trying to strengthen. It can affect those. Long-term answer, no, it doesn't hurt your garden. Short-term, if you have small seedlings in an area that stuff starts growing around or on, it can affect those plants. But let's be real, even that is very rare and temporary. The mold is not looking to attack living plants. It's attacking the decaying matter once again. So can it affect your seedlings? Yes. Does it happen often? No. And it's actually one of the least harmful things that can be in your garden. It just looks terrifying, right? Or at least disgusting. So the good news is, as you saw at the beginning, I was touching it. It's not poisonous, y'all. It's not going to affect us. It's not going to hurt us. It's not going to hurt Fifi or Fido or, anything else. It's just focused on eating the decaying matter in your mulches. And I have a new pile right there that I just saw. So I'll show you that in just a second. You don't want to eat it, obviously. I mean, it's not appetizing looking at all. It is not toxic to your dogs or kids unless they really try to eat it. Then you might have an issue. But who is going to do that? Like, seriously. Believe me, your dog is not going to care about it. It'll look at it, sniff it probably, and walk away. It looks a lot worse than it really is. So here's the thing to remember. You're going to see it 2 to 5 days, it's going to be gone because it goes through stages. All right, so let me break down the stages for you. Day 1, it's going to be a bright yellow blob. Day 2 to day 3-ish, you're going to have a foamy sponge-like look, which is what's going on at the beginning and right there at that new pile that I'm putting up on the screen. Part of day 3 into day 4, it dries into a crusty tan powder, which was kind of part of the bottom side of the first, at the very beginning of the video. That pile over there is actually days old because we keep having rain. Day 5 and on, it should be gone. Now, I'm going to be completely real. When I get this stuff here, it's here until we stop having rain. So even though I listed a day 1 through day 5 kind of time frame there, if it's raining a lot, it's staying around. I'm just going to be completely honest. But when it does dry, it will dry up, or when the weather is dry, it will dry up and blow away, and nature has then removed it. Now, should you remove it? So you basically have 3 options. All right, let me lay them out for you real quick. You can ignore it, you can try to knock it out with your hose, or you can try to scoop it up, shovel it up, and throw it away. My advice, because what I do is I just leave it alone. I have tried to shovel that stuff up, but if there's a spore around, you're wasting your time. One thing you don't want to do is you don't want to buy chemicals. I mean, why? It's going to go away. It's harmless. It's not going to affect anything. It just looks unsightly, but it's nature. It's all good. And don't buy chemicals because fungicides aren't going to work on it, even though dog vomit fungus. Remember, it's not really a fungus. A funny analogy that I read, I had to write it down. Spraying chemicals on it is like taking antibiotics for a splinter. It's useless. Like, don't. Now, here's something kind of funny. Why do you as a gardener actually want it in your garden? I know. You're like, what? Dude, you lost your mind? No. So this is kind of a funny thing. A lot of people freak out when you see mushrooms growing in your garden until you realize that mushrooms are a sign that you have a very healthy organic garden. Your soil's good, everything's going good when you see mushrooms popping up. It's the exact same thing, same concept, same everything when you see this stuff popping up. It just doesn't look as cool as, mushrooms, right? Here are 3 things that dog vomit fungus, say that fast 3 times, actually shows what your garden is doing. 1, your soil health is great. The biology in your soil is fantastic. 2, you have active decomp going on in your beds, which we want. And 3, your microbial life in your garden is thriving. So, even though it looks terrible, just leave it alone. Let nature do its thing. It will go away eventually. And you can look at it this way. It is basically your garden recycling itself because your mulch is breaking down and turning into soil, or your organic matter is breaking down and turning into soil, which is what we want. We want the ecology, the biology, everything in our gardens to be perfect so we have things growing. So we have that foundation that is healthy, that is growing, that is sustaining life and thriving. So again, it's not a bad thing at all. It just looks terrible. Let me back up a step. When I said you can spray it with water, when you hit it with water, like I'm showing right here, it pushes those spores out, which is then continuing to spread it. It's not a bad thing. I mean, that might have been what happened right there. I don't know. But when you spray it with water, you will see it clouding up like I showed. Again, that's just part of nature. And that's why when it rains a lot, the rain hits it and it poofs. Rain hits it and it poofs. Well, it's spreading. So keep that in mind. If you think you're going to just soak it down and make it go away, you're just basically spreading it. So as a gardener, keep this in mind. Again, seasoned gardener, beginning gardener, I learned this also when I did a deep dive into this vomit stuff. And then I decided to write everything down because I really like this statement, so to speak. Every gardener has a moment where something weird shows up in your garden. And we immediately assume the worst, right? Oh no, what is this? Everything's, why did I even start gardening? Because now I got to deal with we all know that, right? But look, the longer you garden, the more you're going to learn. Not everything ugly is bad. It just looks bad. It's not always bad. Dog vomit fungus is one of the best examples of that. It looks really gross, but it's actually proof of life that your garden is alive. Keep that in mind. Same with mushrooms. So in closing, if you see this pop up in your, forget that. When you see this pop up in your garden, don't panic, don't freak out. Just understand what it is. Realize that it's not hurting anything. It's just gonna look a little nasty for a little while. And with all of that said, y'all, you now know about dog vomit fungus. You know you don't have to worry about it. You know it just looks unsightly. You know within 1 to 5 days, if the environment is dry, it's gonna basically go away on its own. So when you see it, seriously, don't stress out. And as always, if y'all learned anything from this video, if you got anything out of it, if I've set your mind at ease in any way, shape, or form about that nasty looking stuff, right there, do me the 5 favors, y'all. Share, like, comment, hype, and subscribe to this channel if you've not done so already, and join this fast-growing community of like-minded gardeners here on YouTube. Before I let y'all go, let me show you an end stage of what this stuff looks like. So look how dark and brown that stuff is. If it hadn't been raining for the last few days here, that would be completely gone. And it's right next to that beautiful sage plant. So y'all take care. May God continue to bless each and every one of you and your gardens and your gardening journeys. And I'll talk to you again real soon.